Okay, time for another studio vlog. The first thing I need to do is tidy up. When I made this bun, it was not meant to be seen from behind. I went downstairs to look for washers because I'm finally screwing these in now that I have the correct size screw. But the heads of the screw are so small that they're almost coming right through the holes I have drilled for the handles. So yeah, I was looking for some washers here and I came across these other screws. They just have a really wide head and they fit. So I'm gonna try that. How many do we have? 3, 4, 5. I have the exact amount. Oh my god. Turns out I had the right screws all along and did not need the ones I just bought. Excuse me, little Miss Kiki. I just got all the fur off that area and nicely laid out that cloth. And you think it's a little Kiki bed? Bye. Drawer pulls are now all in. I have to put stuff away back in the drawers, but first I'm going to vacuum out the crumbs. Okay, that took longer than I thought I was going to spend on this room, especially with the drawers, but it's all clean. Whoop whoop. There's the overview. Yeah. Now I want to show you my planner pads that I made on the weekend. So this is a planner pad I've been using for a while now and I love it. I think it's my favorite way of having a planner is just in pad form. So that's what it's ultimately going to look like, except smaller, I guess. So here's design number 1. This is with the bleed included. It's gonna get cropped where these black lines are. This is the flower one, and it turned out better than I imagined when I thought of doing a dainty flower planner pad. Got the nice border, big flower in the corner, and then the dates. Originally it was cut to be 9 squares, but then there's kind of like wasted space here, so I just expanded the note section so you get a little bit more writing space. And then this is meant to write the month and date. Originally I was gonna make it smaller to just write the date, but I sometimes like writing in like Feb 1st or something. Or like, let's say you get to the end of a month and then you're starting a new one. Ultimately people can use that space for whatever they want, but that was the intent. And I debated whether or not to have the little circles to check in what you've done, because I like to do little circles and color them in. But I don't like the idea of that being on every line because I don't use every single line. Sometimes I leave a gap or I write something and then I do a little arrow underneath and write an additional note about it. So I wouldn't want the little check box on every single line. So I decided to just not do check boxes at all. I could just draw in the ones I want. So yeah, that's the flower one. And then I decided to do a video game one. I struggled with what to do for the second design, because the stuff I came up with that was new art is stuff I would want to do a whole series out of, like washi tape, stickers, that sort of thing. And this has already been washi tape and stickers, so it made sense to do that as a notepad now. And I just freaking love this art so much. I think it's one of my best product designs ever that I've ever done, and it's my favorite washi I've ever done, so hold on, I need some water. So that's the video game one. Most of the time was spent making a template because, you know, I needed everything aligned correctly, spaced out nicely. It's kind of tricky with the spacing of the words because they're not all the same length. But I've got like a wavy border I can use, a straight border. There's a thinner and thicker version of it. I've got these squares here. That was kind of just to figure out the spacing of the sections. There's the other version of the grid where it's that line there. Because I could do a version where there's no lines, but we have squares, but maybe with rounded corners. But then the lines would have to be a little bit smaller. I mean, I can maybe just make the squares a little closer to each other. I just wanted to maximize writing space because these are a little on the small side, at least compared to the one I already have. Once I printed it out, though, I was like, actually, this is a decent amount of space. But basically, this template gives me options. And then this is the bleed right here. I got the crop lines in the file. It's like all set up for whenever I need to make another one. So I'm very happy with these. I decided on a place and I submitted the files. I'm just waiting to hear back if they need any other changes because I now need to make the payment. So just kind of wait for the next step, I guess. I have some printed versions, although the colors are wrong on the printouts just because I did a quick print. But this would be the size relative to my hand. It's 7.75 square, so same size as the sketchbooks. Same size as the cover of the sketchbooks. Yeah, I'm so excited. This was my initial sketch for like planning out the layout and seeing if the size would be good. So, yes, exciting. Woo! Okay, I just made a huge order from the packaging company, $3,000 packaging supply order. And I ordered a few things from Amazon. The smaller envelope size, apparently they don't have them on the packaging company. This is the size here. So I just ordered those off Amazon and a couple other things. And then I got to tweaking my banners again. I'm switching everything to a lighter theme. I love the look of the dark theme. I love the colors, the way it pops, but it just doesn't feel very me. Like my brand is not dark. It's like light and fluffy. At least that's how I imagine it. So we're going with the lighter version like this. There's the banner in the light version. So here's the old one. Still open in another tab because I haven't refreshed yet. That's adorbs, and I could use that dark pattern for some kind of product someday, but for the main branding, I'm gonna go with light. And when I rounded out the corners of this rectangle, cute, because before it was just hard edge, sharp corner. Woohoo! So now that I've settled on a look, I'm gonna update that everywhere else now. So I have to make more banners and update things on like Twitch, Redbubble, my website, or I don't even know. I'll try to do as many as I can right now. So I was making the banners and then I realized all the banners that have the two bunnies on them, the bunnies are not the same distance from the center, and I had to fix it in all the banners. For Twitch, there's this really awkward banner that just goes behind everything at the top, and it's not centered for some reason, like the stuff on top's not centered. That's just the way it is. My banner's centered, it's just this crap that's not. So it looks a little weird and a little blurry. But I also updated all the stuff down here. My camera hates filming it on the black background, but that's all done. And then there's this offline screen. I updated all the graphics on here, and I had to put in all the brown hair emotes because I haven't done that yet. And when I was cross-referencing this with my emotes on Twitch, it shows I have 6 empty slots. I thought I had 1 slot. I think they just gave everyone a bunch of extra slots so I could make more emotes. I bumped this one back up to tier 1, so I have 5 slots now. I don't have time to make those right now, but got some room for new emotes. Plus, I still have room for animated ones and some tier 2 and 3. Oh, and follower emotes. They added so many slots, I just don't even know. I don't even have time. This week, I'm going to finish up this. Do some subtle outlines here and there and some spots. This I forgot to blend out, so I'm just going to put a little bit of turquoise on these highlights. And I can also get in that final, what I hope is the final layer on here to cover up these flowers that were on her sleeves. I decided to write on this sheet, even though this is not a real one. This is just a little test printout, but I'm like, oh, this is my planner for the week. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's now Tuesday. It's the end of the day. It was a game stream day, and I played a bunch of Dark Souls 3. And I'm getting close to being done. I'm in the first DLC area now. But I'm vlogging this evening to show you my Twitch partner gift. I got an email back in December saying I could claim the partner Christmas gift, and it arrived today. First of all, let me just show the packaging here because the packaging is so nice. You got like this nice spot UV on here. Oh my god. Woohoo. And nice purple interior. And then this box I love because I love the polka dot check marks. And then on the outside it has this nice silver check mark. Oh, so cute. And then this is what the socks came in. And a blanket was wrapped in this. I'm like spoiling what the items are, but there they are. Socks are super cute. Got the purple Twitch one, a white Twitch one, and partner. This thing I could not figure out what it was. I thought maybe it could be a power brick, but it's too light. It only has one plug. Is it a light? Is it a wireless charger? Is it a USB storage device? I had to fill out a survey that was in a QR code in this package to figure out what it was. Because in the survey, it's like, what was your favorite? It's a wireless phone charger. It doesn't really work though unless my phone's out of my case, and even then it's very finicky. So I'm not gonna use it as a wireless charger, but I can just unplug it and use it as a little decoration. Just like prop this up somewhere. It's just cute. It's kind of rubbery, yeah. And then we have some enamel pins. Very cute. And a water bottle. It's a little bit scuffed, but cute. Partner. I kind of wish it said Twitch partner, not just partner. It says Twitch on the back, I guess. Twitch. Kind of cool though. Nice and rainbowy. And then for some reason, there's a very fancy Connect 4 game. It's made of acrylic, which is super nice. Like, this is ritzy looking. I'm not a big Connect 4 fan, but this is nice. Even these little tokens just feel so good. Waluigi! And I love this base. Like, even if I just took this out, it's like a cute little acrylic tray. So heavy duty. And then, probably my favorite item, well, I mean, I really like the pins too, but the blankie. Look at this. Just plush. Oh my god, it is so soft. My only complaint with this one is the design they chose. Partner. It's kind of like the top part of these socks. I kind of wish it was maybe more like this or something. Like purple with the Twitch logo. Although it does say Twitch in this corner. Twitch partner. Because yeah, it says that down one side of the blanket and then the other side is just like gradient, you know? So yeah, design choice, interesting, but it's really nice. Like everything's really high quality. There's a hole in one of the socks, but I can stitch it. This one. It's spewing out its insides. But yeah, that's what I got in the mail today. So thank you, Twitch. They're not watching this, but thanks. Okay, it's Wednesday, and I'm gonna be painting today, but first I wanna get some pork in the slow cooker. I don't think I explained meat bingo in the vlogs. I'll keep it brief just in case I have. I know for sure I explained it on stream. Back before Christmas, we went to a bar with friends. They go there frequently. We've been there quite a few times too. Apparently on Sunday nights, they have bingo. And there are 9 meat rounds, which are free to play, and the prizes are all cuts of meat. And then there are 3 paid rounds where you can buy as many bingo cards as you want for $1 each, and then the prize is the money that was put into the game. And man, our table cleaned house. Of the 9 meat rounds, we won 4 of them, and one of our friends won one of the money rounds. It was great. So, Christian won some pork shoulder blade steaks. Look at all this. There's 2 packs. What I want to do is make pulled pork out of them. And I looked it up to see if it can be done since this is not a pork roast, and it can be done. But I'm going to give it a try. I don't know how much to put in here though. Should I just put in 1 pack? Okay, all 4 steaks are in there because they're bone in, so I figured doing just 2 is not going to be enough meat. I'm just following the recipe from All Recipes. We'll see how it turns out. Does the recipe have to play music? Stop it! It's time to make some slaw. I'm gonna use this broccoli slaw. Add some mayo, white sugar, lemon juice, vinegar, pepper, and salt. I think I'm gonna hold off on adding the slaw in here because I don't know if it's gonna get soggy or not. I feel like it would probably be okay, but... Well, that's very peppery. Oh goodness. Oh my. We got a squirmy wormy. Construction update, we still got outhouses out front of the house. Road is still closed every day. The buildings, they look complete from the outside. They have for a while, but they're still doing stuff inside. Now I'm gonna peel some taters. And I'm gonna boil them so that I can roast them later in the oven. Just doing all the prep now. Painting time, painting time. I've got this laid down kind of flat, because ideally I would work on this flat on the desk, but I still want it up on the easel so the cats don't get on it. And I've got it a little angled too. But this is all touch dry, so I can just rest my palm on it and do some little outlines. Because that's the easiest way to stabilize your hand, is just rest it right on the painting. So I have the luxury to do that, I guess, since it's dry, do the touch. If I work from right to left, then I should be able to avoid smearing stuff. Plus, with the layer underneath being dry, I can wipe stuff off if I make a mistake. It'll be very nice. So I just want some subtle outlines here and there. Not everything's going to be fully outlined. And yeah, well, I guess I just got to get started because I don't really know exactly what I'm going for until I start. Having it at an angle like this is good for filming with the top-down camera because it's eliminating glare that you would otherwise see from it being flatter. I can definitely see where I've glazed on some color onto this layer because you can see that sheen. It's because there's more oil content right there. And that's what's nice about varnishing, is it evens out the sheen of everything. I'm just grabbing some colors. I don't know exactly what I want yet. I figured for the yellow areas, I'm gonna want some yellow ochre mixed with white. Possibly a bit of red to warm things up, we'll see. And I've grabbed, oh my God, I'm making a mess already. I'm gonna have to wipe these down. I guess some paint on my palette's still wet. Wait, is this yellow? Yes. Oh my God, the yellow's soaking wet. Oh my God. How is that still that wet? I haven't touched this in a week. Yeah, palette's still wet. Okay, hold on, I gotta clean up. Most stuff is dry, but you know. Okay, I cleaned the paint tubes. I don't know where I left off with my color explanation, but I got some browns, the yellow, white, and red. What I'm really lacking actually is some really fine point brushes, because those are the ones that are good for outlining, especially if they have long bristles. I have two here that I've cut. I cut off a lot of the bristles so there aren't many remaining, although this one's still fraying, so I don't know how good that's gonna be. The bristles are gonna have to stick together. I'm gonna try out this one first though. I'm gonna use some oil to thin down my paint. For some reason, my burnt umber is so dry, it's almost impossible to squeeze it out of the tube. I have to press extremely hard. So it's probably gonna need a lot of oil, because the more runny it is, the easier it is to do a little line. The thing is, a brush like this can't hold much paint, especially when the bristles are short. Oh my God, I'm getting glare. I keep trying to move my head. The sound in the mic's gonna be so inconsistent because I keep moving. Although I love this Shure SM7B for my streams, it's not the best for art videos because if I'm moving my head around, it drastically affects the volume of the sound recorded as I move my head closer and further away. I'd almost be better off with my Yeti for these kinds of videos. Wipe off the excess, then rinse it in here in my safflower oil. Okay, now we can do the spoon. Now this white might still be wet. Oh my God, it is. So take some of that yellow ochre, mix it in there. I could even grab some of that yellow since it's still wet. Probably should not be mixing using the little skinny brush. This one's like in such bad shape that I don't care, but if I had a new one, I would not do this. But it's such a small amount that you don't really need a palette knife for it because it's all just gonna get stuck on the knife. I think the petals could stay lineless because it might just start to look weird. And I have this little fade going on at the end of each petal, like to give it a bit of motion. So I think those will go untouched. Could probably go to the flower next. I keep checking my palm because I don't want to get color on this where it's not supposed to go. Just do little touches here and there. So I have some yellow lines on the flower, but I'm going to add a bit of this light green as well, just because it's against the blue-green color of the water. And the petals are technically white, but they have a bit of every color in them. But I don't want to do gray outlines, so yeah, we got a bit of yellow there. Now I'll do a little bit of this greenish color. Okay, that's probably enough. I don't want to overdo it. Next is the moosey moose. Now that that one's done, it is time for some final work on this one. You can still see a hint of the OG flowers peeking through. Hopefully this last layer is enough to cover them up and then fix this green edge. The color of this tube's a little deceiving. It looks really orange, but it's more pinky like that. Just gonna grab this directly. Start slapping it down. And use some of this red here in the shadows. Bit of alizarin crimson in there too. The sleeves are meant to be loose, so I'm trying to give them some soft wrinkles, but not too much. And now for the plant. Oh, that's a bit green. Get some yellow in there. I mean, it is green, but I meant a bluish green. It was too bluish. Is there even any yellow left there? That yellow was kind of dry. Get a reddish brown in there to desaturate it. And I just got a hair on there. No. Okay, got it. I am quite happy with this one, I must say. And now she can finally be turned into a print. When she's dry enough to scan, I can get that done. Yeah. Yeah. It says 2021 in the corner. It's kind of a lie. And that's a messy signature too. It doesn't even look like my signature. Whatever. It's hard to paint a signature. That's something I should practice. And now it's time for cleanup. Gotta wash all the brushes, wash down surfaces. I always get paint on my camera, so I'm gonna have to clean that too. This is looking pretty good despite our horrible kitchen lighting. I just poked at it with the bear paws and it's just falling apart, which is exactly what we want. I can almost just take this whole bone out. I mean, might as well leave the bones in until it's done. It's looking really liquidy though. I don't know if it's supposed to be that liquid. I might need to strain it a bit and add more barbecue sauce and stuff before we serve it. We'll see. We'll see when the time's up. There's another hour left on here. Yours kind of look cuter than mine. So well, I accidentally built one of mine upside down. I had the bun the wrong way, so I flipped it over and now it's like falling apart. This one. This one's cute with the slaw on the top. That little side of slaw too. Some taters. This is gonna be messy. Gonna be sloppy Joe style, you know? It's now Thursday and it's late afternoon. The way I've been doing things recently is I'll film up until the afternoon and then I edit the vlog, but today I wanted to do the editing first. And then when I was looking for music, I was so frustrated by how disorganized my music folders are because I have too many folders. I have a bunch that are music that's to be sorted. Some stuff doesn't really suit the folders it's in, because it's sorted by mood, like, oh, these are the spooky songs, these are the upbeat songs, these are the pretty songs, and it was just a mess. And so I spent 2 hours organizing my music folders. I've been meaning to do that for a year, finally did it just randomly. I was in the mood, so why not? When you've been putting something off that long and you're suddenly in the mood to do it, you just have to do it. And then I finished editing up until the point you see right now. The pulled pork sandwiches were really, really good, and we have leftovers, which is great. I might have one for supper tonight. Me gets a glimpse of my painting and decides to tweak things yet again. Oh my God. Do not get paint on this sweater, please do not. I'm just straightening the lines on her arm a little bit. There was just this curve all along her arm, so I made it come down a little straighter and then over. I think this has to be the cutoff. If I want to make any more changes, it's got to be done in Photoshop. Otherwise, this will never be scanned. No touchy. I'm talking to myself, not you. But also you, no touchy. Look at this is what happens when you touchy. See that? That's what happens when you touchy. Anyway, I just gotta finish up this edit, do the thumbnail, get it uploaded, blah, blah, blah. So I'm ending it here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. 11,777. That's the total number of orders I've gotten on Shopify since I created the Shopify account. I found out about this thing from Tina from XXL Scrunchie because she did a little sponsored segment where she got one of these from Shopify and I was like, yeah, I need that. Christian, get me that for Christmas.